Hey everyone, and in this video, today I'll be explaining about load balancer. So I'm going to explain you with an example so for you to understand what is load balancer better. So let's say you have an application running on multiple EC2 instance. You have this application running on this EC2 instance, you have application running on this EC2 instance, and you have the application running on this EC2 instance. And suppose there are many users who wanna access to your application, who wanna use your application, and let's say if there's so many traffic, or so many users who wanna use your website, so what's gonna happen is that if you don't have a load balancer, let, let's say if this EC2 is full and this is not full, I mean, the load is not full. How are this traffic gonna distribute to the EC2 which the load is not full? So the traffic can can get distributed to this EC2 instance, can also get distributed to this EC2 instance, and it can also get distributed to this EC2 instance. So what is happening is that we don't know where is the traffic getting distributed. So this is where the load balancer comes into picture. So what load balancer is going to do is that it's good when the traffic is coming here to the load balancer distributes the traffic based on the condition of EC2 instance. Let's say if this EC2 instance has a lot of traffic and it is full already, it will distribute the traffic to this EC2 instance, which which doesn't have any load. So let's say if something happens to this EC2, let's say it's got some disaster happened to this EC2 instance, and let's say this is not full, okay? This is not full. So what load balancer does is that it's gonna distribute the traffic. It's gonna distribute the traffic to the EC2 instance which doesn't have load. So it's not going to distribute the traffic to this EC2 instance which is already in disaster if something wrong happens to this EC2 instance, if the health of this EC2 is not good. So it's going to distribute this traffic to this EC2 instance which is in good in health, which doesn't have much of load. So yeah, so this is how load balancer work. So So, so AWS Load Balancer distributes incoming traffic across multiple targets. It not only EC2 instance but also containers, Lambda, and other more. So this is done to improve availability, scalability, and also fault tolerance. So there are four types of load balancer. So first load balancer we're going to talk about is application load balancer. Okay, so application load balancer is best used for web application. Like for example, if the web application doesn't have a lot of users, or like if it is used for HTTP and HTTPS, so you can use application load balancer. So it is located at the lowest layer 7 of OSI model, and you can use application load balancer as content-based routing such as URL paths, hosts, and headers. And it's also support microservices and containers like ECS and EKS. And so this is what application load balancer does. So now coming to the next load balancer is network load balancer. Okay. So, so when do we use like network load balancer? So when if we want to handle millions of requests per second, and and we use it for basically high performance and low latency applications. So here the use case that we can use it for real-time application, for example, e-commerce website, because because let's say if they say Black Friday sale, there's going to be a lot of traffic. So I think network load balancer is a preferred option. And let's say if you want to use for gaming services, so and if you want to use for financial system, so yeah, network load balancer is a great choice. So base and also network load balancer has a static IP addresses, and it's also preserved client IP, and it has very low latency. Now, coming to the third part is gateway load balancer. Okay, so if so gateway load balancer is used for network security and traffic inspection. So basically, it is used in firewalls, deep IDS and IPS. You can use it for deep packet inspection. So this is one of the use case of firewalls. Sorry, use case of gateway load balancers. So basically, you can use them in centralized security appliances. You can use for traffic monitoring, and it is located at the layer three of OSI model, and you can integrate with the third party virtual appliances. So these are the three types of load balancers. So so let me tell you some of the common features of elastic load balancer is basically it has auto scaling features. It also does health check to it also does health check to whichever application is running on the EC2 instance. So it's gonna check the health of the EC2. It has high availability across multiple availability zone. It, you can also integrate with the CloudWatch. It also has IAM security group support, and it also has SSL or TSA termination. So how do you choose which load balancer that you want? So if your requirement is about HTTP and HTTPS, go for application load balancer. If it is for ultra low latency, go for network load balancer. If it is for firewall and inspection, go for gateway load balancer. And and now I'm going to show you the working of how do you create a load balancer and how do you test it. So I'm going to show you now. Hey guys, in this in this demo, I'm gonna show you how to create your application load balancer. So so now we're gonna start how to create application load balancer. Before that, you need to create two of the EC2 instance. So I'm gonna create at least two EC2 instance for that. So I'm gonna launch an EC2 instance. So let's give it EC2 slash one. So I'm gonna select this. Okay. So I'm gonna proceed without a key pair. Okay, now coming to network settings, you need to click and edit here. And now uh, you have to select subnet. So I'm gonna select this subnet, or you can select any of your subnet you want. So I'm gonna select this one. Okay. And then I'm gonna So this is a security group. Just remember this. This is the default which is already created. So now uh so now add a security group rule. Select HTTP. Okay. And source type, keep it anywhere. And here you need to give it as my IP here for SSS. So now you have to go all the way to advanced detail and then go all the way until you see this user data. And now just type this code. Don't worry, I'm going to give this code on the description, so you can just copy paste the code. And then so let's just go through once again. Okay. Mhm. Okay, so just launch the instance here. So we're gonna launch another EC2 instance. So we're gonna give here as EC2 2. Okay. And now I'm gonna go, okay, let's proceed without a key pair. Now go to the network settings and you can select any of the subnet that you want. So I'll be selecting this same subnet. You can select any subnet you want. So you just keep it as default as well. Or if you want, you can change the security group. So I like to keep it simple. So the source type, my IP, okay. Add another security group, presence of HTTP, and custom type, keep it anywhere. So just okay. Now again, you have to give this code, use the data, and then you have to launch an instant. Okay. So let's go back to dashboard and let's see. Okay, just refresh it and we'll see there's two instant running. Okay, so this instant we have created just now, it takes time for this instance to get running. So it's just gonna wait for a while. Yeah, now you see two of our instance are running. So let's go and let's go and create a load balancer. So now you just have to create a load balancer here and make sure you choose application load balancer, create, and let's give a name for this load balancer as okay, and make sure this should be internet facing IPv4. And now coming to the main parts, so you have to select at least two availability zone, this one and this one. I think yeah, that's a good enough. So if it show you if it does show you that there's only one subnet, one if it shows you there's only one subnet and you cannot choose another subnet, so you need to go to the VPC. And once you go to the VPC, you need to go to the subnet and then just create a subnet. And once you create a subnet, it's gonna show you like this way. It's going to show you another availability zone with a different subnet. So security group, I would like to select. Uh, let's let's go back to EC2 and see the security group of this two EC2 instance. Okay, okay, let's go here and check it out. Okay, so just security group, and you can. Okay, so this is Visual 23, and let's give it. Let's find 23 if there's 23. Yeah. Okay. So this is for EC2 2. Okay. So let's go to one and check it. Check it which security group does this EC2 instance has. Mm, Okay, 22. Let's select 22 then. Where's 22? Yeah. So now, so now we go to HTTP. Okay, now we're going to create a target group. Okay. Make sure this is instant. Okay, target group will be apply. So I've got it. Application load balancer. Application load balancer. Easy to target. This is the name of my target group. And make sure HTTP is 80 here. Okay, VPC is okay. This is a VPC default. Okay, health advanced health checkup. I think just go to next here. Okay. Group name cannot be longer than 30 characters. Okay. Okay, I think this is good enough. So we select, okay, two of the EC2 instance are running, so we're gonna select this, include that pending below. And now you see the application load balance has two target, and the target here is our two EC2 instance. We're just gonna go next and then create our target group. Yeah, so our target group is now created. So let's go back to load balancer and then we'll select the target group. Let me check the name. Okay, no, it's okay. So now it have registered in this thing. So we click this one. Let's go and then we create a load balancer. Now, okay. So we have created a load balancer. So we just have to wait for the status to, and then we need to go to. Mhm. So we're gonna go to target group and we're gonna wait for the health status to be active and status should be active. So we're gonna wait for that for a while. So just taking initial and yeah, let's check it here. Okay, so we're gonna wait for a while until the status become active. Okay, so the status has been active and the target group is the status is healthy. So what before that, what I did was I opened one EC2 instance and then I opened another EC2 instance. As you see, this is different IP address and make sure that it should be HTTP because because by default if you open it, it's going to load to HTTPS. So each for that you need to buy you need to have a certification for for using HTTPS. So just type HTTP and you can see there's one EC2 instance and it this one another EC2 instance and it has different IP address as you can see. So what happens if I open the load balancer? So I'm gonna go here, click this one, and then I'm gonna paste here. Okay, okay. So let's make it HTTP only. So if we just if you just keep refreshing it, so you can see it is toggling between two EC2 instance. So that means our load balancer is routing the traffic user to either of these two EC2 instance, either this EC2 instance or this EC2 instance. So this is how the load balancer works. And let's say if something happens to one of our EC2 instance, let's go there. Okay, let's go there. Let's go to instant and uh, okay, okay. Let's say we gonna terminate this instant. Okay, okay. So we're gonna delete this instant, or let's say we're gonna stop this instant. Let's just stop this instant. Okay, let it stop, and let's just keep refreshing it. Okay, as you see, so so since we have stopped this EC2 instant, our load balancer is only routing the traffic to this EC2 one instant only because we just stopped this EC2 second instant. So since this instant is stopped, then our load balancer is trying to route the users to only this EC2 instant. So this is the practical demo of load balancer, and I hope you enjoy watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.